See Automate with Mr. Sheldon 4.0. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
What's up?
Jewelry, I suppose, diamonds, silver and diamonds.
How the ambience of the show is?
Well, glittery is the correct word. I think it's glittering. Uh, Footfall could have improved, I believe. Or maybe this is just day one, so it's hard to tell. But yes, there are a lot of technology going on around. I can see a lot of technology, especially in the manufacturing field. And there is definitely scope. I mean, I can see business. There are people moving around, discussions
Any
going on.
add-on technologies you have seen here?
Add-on, yes, there is a lot of 3D printing, the 3D works. Very good. I mean, some innovative ways of making things happen.
Okay.
Especially since jewelry is one of many times. This is good for them.
Thing you're offering to the show and you've come to exhibit.
So, as a solution provider and integrator, actually, Creative Automation Solutions is looking to give the industry, that is the jewelry industry, a chance to automate. It has been a traditional business for many years, which is basically knowledge held on from department to department. It is from hand to hand movement, family legacy. It's basically a legacy business wherein all the skill sets are only with the family and their team down the line and all. But now it is a time for them to move ahead, to automate processes, to bring digitalized manner of working. Like when I say digitalized manner of working, I'm saying there should be ability to collect data and utilize the data when required for the each department. This industry somehow has not moved in that direction. We see a lot of these things are still age-old processes.
True.
So even though the machinery has come, that development has happened. So that is what we call Industry 2.0 status. It has not even moved to 3, where you have a CNC type machining, where I have bulk manufacturing. Because of that reason, it's not. But even then, there's a scope for Industry 4.0 because the data-driven business is today's key. So when I know for sure what kind of trends are going on in the market or what kind of jewelry needs to be done, like as you say, additive manufacturing, that gives them an edge of trying something new, bringing it to market faster. Because today everything is fast fashion. Like I see today, I want it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it's old. If I am still designing the mold for 5 days, it would be outdated by the time it comes in market. So similarly, how they are managing their cash flow through forward integration, forward flow and reverse flow. So in jewelry business, there are two flows of money. One is your forward flow, where I am taking raw material gold and moving it all through the stages and making final jewelry, and I'm giving it to the shop or the end user. So that's my forward flow. But in the reverse flow, what happens is each process, as it goes in, there is some material that is discarded, but nothing is waste in gold. In jewelry, nothing is waste. So this material that is extracted or removed, like for example, I start with 1 kg gold, I may end up making 880 grams. So that 120 grams that is left, that gold has to also come back to the melt. That is called the reverse flow. Many of the times, this reverse flow takes many days or weeks to accumulate. So by the time the next cycle of purchase already started, so I'm again purchasing 1 kg of gold.
Yeah.
Because I think I need 1 kg, but I'm already having this here, and I've spent money, I've spent interest, I've spent effort in this process already. So this kind of data will actually help industries to reduce their kind of cash dependency, increase their rolling, and make it better, profitable businesses for them.
Correct, and it's a need of the hour.
Yes.
So can you take us to your innovation?
Yes,
Because
I'll
I
do
can
that.
see an array of innovations here.
Yes, I'll do that. So we aim to bring digitalization right up to the first entry point at the gate, let's say. So whenever an employee or a visitor comes to your unit, they would have to deposit their mobile phones, wallets, and watches. And for that, we presented Focus 270, which is our mobile storage device, where you can, it is linked to your biometrics, as well as you can self-register yourself through a mobile app or something. We can register yourself. You register yourself, and it takes, you enter in, and you can keep your mobile, keys, wallets safe. You walk into the factory, you finish your work, you punch out, it gives you back your goods, your wallet, your watches. Similarly, we have the key storage solution for important valuable keys like stores keys, locker keys, keys to vehicles, keys to departments. And this is completely access control based totally on the individual. It can be set for which person has authority to which keys. Let's say somebody is authorized, only few people are authorized to go to the safe. So that safe will open only when those people go to it.
Unless and until you give access.
Yeah. So if the access is there, he goes to it. Otherwise, he cannot access it. It will directly say no. So it's completely fingerprint based. So the access control is there. The system also gives you reports on usage.
Okay, so what is K1, K2, K3, K4, and F1, F2?
Those are all function keys for
Okay.
different authorities as an admin to set
Okay.
up things. So these are keys and functions in the software to set up the thing, to get reports. So you get reports as to who used the key last, who had access. So say somebody has left the organization, then you revoke his access, or somebody has been upgraded, you grant him access. Then you have temporary access. So and so person can access a particular key only from this hour to this hour. So even all those controls are within the system. So you don't need any extra person to sit and make notes of everything, then go through the register and check. So that is it. So once I move into the factory, let's say I come in now, I've used my key, I've got in. Then I have a tool which I use. So there are in tooling, I can say tools as in hand tools, tools as in machine tools for milling, inserts, cutters, and then we have molds, which is one of the biggest asset of the industries. So these machines keep a track of the inventory of these items, who used it, when it was used, what is the usage consumption. Especially for dies, we have systems which will allow us to keep the die in, and you can keep track, set a record that okay, after so and so cycles that needs to be inspected. And unless and until the quality guy inspects and okays the die will not be issued to the next person. That is what brings in the kind of information flow, what I was talking about earlier, into the system. Because earlier these things were all hearsay or maine likh diya, I checked it out,
and people may misinformation.
Yeah, misinformation. Somebody may just say, okay, so what, let me do another 50 molds.
Yeah.
But that 50 molds, whatever rejection it costs or whatever it costs in change of shape, size, gram, weightage, that costs are all hidden costs. Nobody gets that, nobody recovers it. Let's say even if it's wrong and I remelt it, there's a remelting cost. There's a process cost, there's a time waste, there's a money that has gone, not missed the cycle. All those costs are hidden costs which can be recovered through this. So many of our machine ROI we say is 1.5 year. In 1.5 year, you will recover your costs. You will in fact have increased your outputs by not having increased your staff without increasing any other machines. Just
So
by
there
simple
might be
discipline.
some cost, right?
Yeah,
So
there is
what's
a
the
cost.
cost and after sales service?
After sales services online completely available,
Okay.
and we have AMCs in place. And costs varies right from the smallest of articles starting at 1 right up to 45, 50 also we go lakhs.
That's great.
So
So-
that depends on what solution you're looking at.
Next question is, what are the biggest challenges jewelry manufacturers face when adopting Industry 4.0, and how can they overcome them to stay competitive?
So, as I earlier mentioned, the biggest challenge is the mindset problem here. Many of them have understanding that since this is an additional age-old business, that technology may disrupt the business, or it may be something that is what do you call the word, synthetic to this business. But actually, they have been, if you see in traditionally also, whatever they're doing, likha padi we say, or writing down, or the note system, we are only making that a digital, more secure, more accurate system. So it is just
And
about
time also.
time, yes, time. And also see, earlier it would be okay when a business grew with its family members continuously being in the hierarchy. But now it's not. It is not that. It is now become a corporate level where trust is not something that can be easily earned.
Yeah.
So these kind of systems automatically remove this kind of fears from management, from upper management, because they are able to micromanage, even though they are not in that one place. They can have, yes, they are having 100% traceability will be there. And see, when we say everything is rolling with good intentions, you know how easy life would be. Decision making becomes much more easier. Similarly,
you
here
are giving more transparency.
yes, we are allowing systems to take care of themselves and let the business people take care of business actually. So, Seth Saab, the owner, if he is more worried about what is happening in the workshop, will he really be able to do his sales or finding new markets? Now, when he knows for sure that जो चल रहा है पीछे चल रहा है background में सही चल रहा है, तो he can say, okay, let's break something new, let's do something new. That is where we are helping.
You're bridging the gap.
Yes.
How do data-driven solutions and automation contribute to better decision making and inventory management in jewelry industry?
Just in jewelry itself. So actually, more than any industry, in jewelry industry only these make impact, because one is there are trends. This market is completely trend-based market. So data-driven information from social media sites, from other AI modules, will help companies decide what is the trend of the season, what is going to be the future trend, what is the kind of consumption they will have. Suddenly, rose gold becomes a hit. But this is not something that happens overnight. Actually, it is a build-up from social media or from concurrent events that builds that importance for that. So AI modeling helps you to decide what is tomorrow's trend today, so that you can be prepared for it. Let's say diamonds have become, so diamonds went out. In the middle, there was a craze for diamonds and it went out. These trends are all triggered through many factors. And For one person to sit without AI to do this, it is really genius level, and that we don't have many of. But when you have data that is coming to you as inputs, you can make more valid decisions. I know this is the trend, so I know this is the reason, and this is why I'm making the decision. Earlier, as I said, where it was family owned or single man, he would say, "Aaj mera man kar raha hai ye." Today, that does not run. Today, database will tell you that, sir, this is the need, and this is what you need to do.
Task enforcement. Okay. So what's next for C Automate?
Sky is the limit.
Thanks a lot, sir,
Thank
for
you so
giving
much. Thank you.
precious time.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much.